welcome to Rev Sports. We're right outside of the Lord's Cricket Stadium, and what we witnessed yesterday in those final 10 minutes, in that final over, was absolute drama, absolute cinema, as we cricket fans love to call it. This is the reason why we love Test cricket, the ebbs and flow of it. At no point in the game could you say this is India's day or this is England's day, because it was constantly, the tension was constantly flowing back and forth, and it ended in absolute drama, which makes today's start that much more exciting. And I hope you're tuned in, because we are, and we are very, very excited for the start. But what we're going to talk about today is how India can tackle Zak Crawley and Ben Duckett. They will be charged up. Jasprit Bumrah will want to get Zak Crawley's wicket, and the slip cordon yesterday was completely on Zak Crawley's face. Today as well, I think they'll start with the same aggression. What do you think? What should India do at this point?
I actually thought there were eerie similarities between the Sam Constas moment and the Zak Crawley moment. Exactly the same thing happened. Sam Constas was moving out. Zak Crawley tried the same, and almost in that last ball, Constas had that wicket had fallen. I think Usman Khwaja got out. Sam Constas was trying to do that to Bumrah. This time Crawley, the striker, was trying to do it, not Duckett, who was the non-striker. Crawley almost edged when that ball swing. It had swing and seam of that last delivery. What this does is it kind of gives someone like Jasprit Bumrah, who has genuine skill sets, that extra zing. It kind of gives him that extra thing, because you've all of a sudden gotten him into the game.
Yes.
You've all of a sudden gotten him into that zone where you want that wicket that little bit extra for what you've seen last night. You know, that, okay, you tried to not play me, you tried to do this, and it spices up the whole thing. I think India's first look, we are doing a game plan. India's first Gargi
Again
should be all out.
Yeah.
Because if you have to also think time. This test match, 2 days remaining, 3 days gone, just one innings done. So it's a one inning shootout. Now, this has not moved at the same rapid pace that Leeds was moving. This has been a relatively attritional test match. Okay. Now, if India all of a sudden comes with a Bumrah and a Siraj, and before lunch, again you will use the 3 faster bowlers with some overs of Nitish Reddy. If in the 25 overs you have England 3 or 4 down,
you've won it.
That's it.
You will go in with a huge psychological edge, and honestly, that's what you need now. With the way that this game is perched already, it will be about that mental test. England batters will have to come out and make sure, because the scores are leveled now, they would have wanted to have that lead. They don't have it anymore. So there's this extra pressure. And after what happened at Edgbaston, there is a psychological loss that they're carrying, because Ben Stokes said we will chase anything. Harry Brook comes out and says we will chase anything. That did not happen. You already have set England on the back foot with the way that they're playing conventional test cricket, with the way that they're batting, and the fact that they won the toss and put India to bowl first. So you have, the entire context of the match. The pressure is on England right now. And if India
so if you were England,
yeah,
end of day 3, you won the toss, you've not been able to take the game ahead.
No.
You scored 387, which is a good score. And then the opposition, twice you had them in some strife, 145 for 3, 111 for 3.
Yes.
111 for 3, you had the captain out. So you had that little sneak in. You had a batter who was injured coming in. So you had a chance. Then 254 for 5. You had the top 5 batters out. KL Rahul was the final recognized batter who got out. Yeah. And then you had the bowling all-rounders. You did not take your opportunity.
You did not capitalize.
Exactly. So India went on to score 387. Now, you know that 2 days left. Okay. Yeah. You know that everything, you have to set the pace. What should be your strategy? You come aggressive baseball, or you play conventional cricket? You play conventional cricket, this is a draw. You play conventional cricket, because you score 270 manlo, 300 manlo. That's not good enough to declare. You have to get at least 350, 360, और इस pitch में तो 75 overs के ज़्यादा हो ही नहीं रहा है, because no team is bowling more than 75. आप तो 5 बार जाके ball change करने के लिए बात करना शुरू करोगे. So all said and done, 75 to 76, 77 overs will be bowled. Now, even if you score 4 and over, you're talking about 300 runs. So where is the result? Will England try to force the pace? Will England play aggressive or ultra-aggressive cricket? If they do that, can they survive? Can they survive a Bumrah? Can they survive a spinner who is going to bowl into that rough? Or do you think India will be the aggressors here who will say, yes, we have somehow created this opportunity for us where we take 3-4 wickets before lunch, all of a sudden, like the second morning. Bumrah had 1, 2, 3. The pace has quickened up. It is not the sluggish first day wicket. No. You got Root, you got Wokes, you got Stokes. Can you do that?
And you're getting movement out of that pitch. Chris Wokes got it yesterday. Jofra Archer was getting it yesterday.
Also bounce.
Yes,
also bounce.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can extract a lot out of that pitch now. It's not as flat as it was in the first 2 days. So there is a lot of purchase for the fast bowlers. Your pace
especially with the new ball.
Especially with the new ball. And your pace attack is doing so well. Jasprit Bumrah, Akashdeep on the other end, Mohammad Siraj first change, Nitish Kumar Reddy too is getting the ball to swing. Now, when you look back on that on the session yesterday, England lost about 4 chances with run-outs where they could have bundled out the tail right then and there.
Did that kind of neutralize the Rahul drop?
Yes, it did. That's exactly what I'm saying. That there were multiple times where England had actually built a lot of pressure on the Indian batters, but they could not capitalize on it. And that same thing happened when Mohammad Siraj was bowling, and those those final overs, those catches were dropped. Akashdeep dropped one, and a few others. Same happened for England. They were not able to capitalize on it. India sort of took the game away, leveled the scores, and now I think I keep saying this word, I know, but India is going into this game, into today, with a psychological edge.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. When you say psychological edge, when you start a day at 145 for 3 and 3 down, you know your captain is out, who is your premier batter in this series.
Yeah.
You know the opponent, the opposition has scored 400 runs. You know the opponent has kind of, Jaiswal is a big wicket, Shubman Gill is a big wicket, Karun Nair was a set batter. You also have a batter who is finding it very difficult, because of the finger injury.
Yeah.
So when you have all of these things as a context, you are still 250 down. There you come and you are able to equalize. You've dented England. You 100% have dented England.
You already have done that. And when you look at the possibilities of how this match could end, I see a draw very, very likely. And India could just, after this, no matter how many runs England get, if they will look to bat out the entire day. If that happens, India could just shut shop.
Yeah, I mean, the last day will not be easy, but I agree.
Easy, but
I agree.
Possibility
of course, and then you bat sessions. You have batters who can do that. But before England declares, what is the target? They will need to know what the target is. Will India come? Will India not come? Will India chase it down? Will India shut shop? What is a fair target? Will you get 300 and declare?
Can you tell at this
Exactly.
point? Can you tell?
So my point is, if you were the England captain, what according to you is a safe score? Do you even know? A team that has not, a team that has not scored less than 350 in any innings of this series. 500, 600, 400, 370, 387. How on earth do you give them 300 to chase?
India is capable of chasing down anything at this point. And you will be very, very wary of declaring too early or getting all out at a lower,
So the game plan is,
meager total.
The game plan for India is all out in the first first 2 hours. Absolute aggression in the first 2 hours, proper slip cordon, no drops in the slip cordon, ultra aggressive and disciplined lines. Suppose England gets off to a flyer or a bit of a flyer, tough to imagine that to happen with a quality bowling attack, day 4 wicket, Jasprit Bumrah steaming in. Tough to imagine that will happen. If it does happen, post-lunch session, start bowling with 7-2 or 6-3. you have a Washington Sundar and a Ravindra Jadeja to start bowling negative lines. Block it, bowl leg stump, play the reverse sweep. Know how much can you play the reverse sweep? Let's see. We'll put a third man, we'll put a deep point and play the reverse sweep. Or for a right-hander, you will use that rough that has been created. Let the ball come in. Then you use your two spinners, Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja, and block them. Let England be the aggressor there. The moment you put the ball in England's court, let them take the onus.
Which I think will absolutely happen. I think they will go for that gung-ho baseball approach.
They will.
I think so. I just have a feeling because at this point you can't go safe. If you play conventional
They'll
cricket,
get hammered.
Look, because it's a game of time. You only have 2 days.
Yes.
You only have 2 days of Test cricket left.
Will England reconcile to a draw or will they press for a win?
They will press for a win. They will press for a win. This is not a team that will go for a draw. This is.
They will come out and say that was the most prudent thing to do. We think India at this point in time.
They are far too egotistic, far too arrogant to draw the game. I don't think they're going to do.
And after last night's verbal banter,
they won't do
more
it.
so.
They would rather lose than go for a draw.
Okay, let me last couple of questions on this particular show.
Yeah.
You reckon Bumrah will snap up Crawley?
Yes, and I'm looking forward for that to happen. Hopefully it does. Because
Duckett was trying to play peacemaker. He was going there. He was like little man trying to come from there. Wait. And these guys were going helter-skelter. All of a sudden, Duckett comes like this on the pitch. He ऐसे घूम के आ रहा है कि भाई मत कर भाई लड़ाई मत कर शांत हो जा. And Siraj coming from long on वहाँ से भाग के आ गया और आके verbal देना शुरू कर दिया कि मेरे को बॉल दे दो. And the best part, it is 6:31. Everybody knows. They can see the clock. Because father time is right there. They can see 6:31, umpires are about to lift the bails. Indians are running towards the other side for another over.
They were actually trying to get that in, but the umpire had walked off.
Obviously, Zak Crawley to chala gaya.
First person to walk off was Zak Crawley. He was the first person there and then the umpire walked off. So you could tell the desperation that Zak Crawley felt.
Yeah, he didn't want to
play. He did not want to bat another over. And if India had somehow squeezed that over in,
out हो सकता था. Because mentally he was not there. For him the day had ended.
He was scared.
Of course, and that Bumrah delivery, that last delivery, which moved also, it was tough. India had 4-5 slip fielders. They were giving him the verbal. There was banter. You're just there for one over. It is not easy, folks.
Shubman Gill, Indian skipper, runs to him.
He ran in and started shouting. It was Virat Kohli in a new avatar. Shubman Gill got that last 5 overs. Virat Kohli, उस पे क्या बोलते हैं ना वो बंगाली में हमरा बोली in Bangla भौर कोड़े छिलो उसको हिंदी में आप क्या बोलोगे? Basically, yeah, I mean that's the point that this persona went and sort of got into Gill.
Yeah.
So Virat Kohli's on-field persona of giving England hell had actually gotten into Shubman Gill in that last over, but it was intense.
And you know what? Once again, England has bowled way more overs than India.
कितना किया उन लोगों ने?
100 के ऊपर हो गया था.
100
something.
Absolutely, and in this heat, it is not easy.
Exactly.
It is absolutely not easy.
You are constantly making them bowl more overs. And remember, the turnaround from the second Test match to the third was not much. So they're probably still carrying that fatigue forward. And
this is hard. This is hard.
It is incredibly hot. Incredibly hot. And the problem is the UV index is much higher, so you feel that sun on your skin so much. You can feel it burning. That's how bad it is.
It's been an incredible Test match, folks. And we said, I remember saying that day 3 will be defining. It was defining because England could have taken the game. Had India been behind by 100 runs, from here on it would have been one team and that's England. If England would have taken even a 75-run lead, from here on it would be one team that would dictate terms and that would be England. But at one point, just at the stroke of lunch, and again at another point, when Jadeja and Washington were batting, it seemed India could actually get ahead. When Rahul and Pant, absolutely, you thought India could get ahead. They had actually won that session, literally won that session, but it evened out again, and that has been the romance of Test cricket. That is why the nostalgia, the romance, the whatever you want to call it, Lords is living up to the billing of the home of cricket. Anybody takes a prediction, he's a brave man or woman. I don't know anyone who's kind of taking a prediction what will happen at the end of day 4. What we do know is we will have 3 riveting sessions with no weather interruption, another hot Sunday here at Lords, and the two of us will be back sharp at 1:45, bringing to you all the action. It's been great doing these shows. These shows. Yeah, bolo, aap khatam karo.
This is why Test cricket will never die. That's all.
Good for watching. Good comment to close the show.